Making some pork chops on the smoker today. Had these guys marinating in kind of like a citrus marinade for a couple hours. Girlfriend is allergic to apple cider or apples. Normally I would marinate in something like apple cider vinegar, but can't do that. So we went with a citrus blend. Basically I did some orange juice, some lime, some soy sauce, and a barbecue rub. I'm gonna see how that turns out. Never done one like this before. And we're gonna pull them out right now. Save all that good marinade. We're gonna make a sauce out of it. This is what we're working with. We got some pork chops, like I said, and marinated. I think I forgot to mention I put some chopped garlic up on there too. Once I get them on the smoker, I'm gonna go ahead and make a nice little sauce for them out of that marinade. Had some leftover charcoal in here from my last smoke, so I just added a little more on top. And I got about a quarter stack heating up, and I'm just gonna dump that on top. Make sure I get a lot of them near that oak that's in there. I'll let that heat up for a while, and I'm gonna close the vents to like real small. I'm gonna open them up only a tiny little bit, like almost all the way closed, like that. And for these pork chops, doesn't really matter, it doesn't have to be exact. I'm looking at around 225 I want to cook them at, but if it gets a little higher, a little lower, it'll be cool. I'm thinking I'm probably going to be there for like maybe a half hour or something. Once they're up to about 130, I'm going to take the smoker apart, sear them off, and they should be done about 30 seconds aside at that point. All right, we're rocking now. The smoker's just under 225. Gonna add a little more rub to these. Give them a nice coating. Doesn't matter if it gets in the marinade, it's already in there anyway. And toss these on the smoker. Add a little bit more to the other side. If I can get these with the tongs, that'd be helpful. Toss a little more on there. And these should be good for about a half hour, hopefully. All right, let's get this sauce going. Light this guy up. Turn it down real low first until I get this going in there. And I'll crank it up to a boil. That would have been bad. I almost knocked that over. Gonna add a little bit of cornstarch to it so it thickens up eventually. It's gonna start with a little bit. If I need more later, I'll add more. Once that starts to boil, bring it down to a simmer. And just let it go until it thickens up. Add some more cornstarch if I need to. Slow burner is awesome. I just bought this like last week. Get an electric stove, and all my stuff in my kitchen is from like the 70s. It sucks to cook on. This thing's been really nice to cook on. I don't know how much I'll use my stove now that I got this. I think I can get a little induction burner too. I got this going to a nice little simmer. Gonna let it cook like this for about 5 minutes. Make sure I get anything out of my pork out of here. It's gotta get nice and hot. And I want to get nice and thick. If it doesn't get as thick as I want, I'll add some more cornstarch. Got this sauce looking nice and thick the way I wanted it now. Kind of stays in the spoon. So we're going to use that the way it is. Didn't need any more cornstarch or anything. I'm going to give the pork a little temp check. It's been on here for a little bit now. See what we're running at. Looks like around 113. So I'm going to flip them over and give them maybe another 10-15 minutes. Check them again. Just temp checked the pork chops again, and they were both around 130. So I'm going to show you what I do with the smoker. That's all I do. I take the cooking grate off the top, take the smoker apart, and I put it right on top of those coals. Let it sit there for about 10-15 minutes till it gets nice and hot. And then I'll sear off the pork chops on there for about 30 seconds aside. They should be good. And this is what they're looking at after smoking them up for a little bit before I sear them. Let's toss her on there. Probably should have got a bigger set of tongs for this, but there we go. This won't take long. It's hot. Just trying to get some nice marks on the outside. A little char. There's also a lot of sugar in that rub, so I can't leave it on there too long or it'll just start to burn. All right, looks like it might be ready to flip. Let's check her out. Got a little bit of a char there, but not enough. Give it another minute. Another couple seconds. There we go. Head in the wrong spot. See what she looks like. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good. That's good enough for me. That's been 30. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Some nice marks. Cool. Let that go for another 30, and then I will cut these open and see what they're looking like. All right, she is done. I tasted that sauce too. It tasted awesome. I'm gonna give her a little cut, see what it looks like. I'm gonna cut this side piece off first, so I can get a better look at it. I don't actually typically do that, but let's see how she came out. Slice it in half, right down the middle. Done. A little more than I like, a little white on the inside there, but still got lots of juice in there. I don't know if you can see that. I give her a squeeze. That's what happens when you cook it on the smoker. Take a little slice. Pull it apart with my hands. I don't even need a knife. It's good. Be even better with the sauce. Get that all over there. Yeah. Try it out with the sauce. Way better than I have.